Georgia.
Said I fell off. What are you tripping? Who are you kidding? Now my money's hot as fuck, it's hot as hailing. Remember I was broke, I hate that feeling. Baby, pop that X, how you feeling? Made a lot of money, made a killing.
There's only one vivid soldier. God bless you, soldier.
Ain't no point in waiting, ain't no point in waiting, ain't no point in waiting, ain't no point in waiting. I'm gone, yeah, I'm good, gone, yeah, I'm good, gone, yeah, I'm good, gone, yeah, I'm good, yeah, I can't stay away for you, I can't stay away for you, I can't stay away for you. Store, front seat, laughing with your gold teeth. What you want? What? Make it yours. Backseat, I ate it in my gold teeth. Backseat, I wanna see you touch me. Backseat, you turn me into something. Backseat in the whip, I look alive. Backseat in the whip, I feel disgusted. I feel disgusted. There ain't no point in running. It's outside, gotta make sure that they coming. Make sure that they coming. Don't look at me like that. Ain't no point in waiting. 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 No, 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 ain't no point in waiting. But I don't sit, bitch. Say you gon' do something, you ain't on shit, bitch. I get to these bitch, take out my fit, bitch. Big Glock, make that little kid flip. In my pocket, blue just like they crib, bitch. I'm gon' get these band, I can't trip, bitch. I'm gon' get these band like I can't trip, bitch. I'm with T up in this bitch, we on some different shit. I just see the business, how they sound super lit. I just see the business, like spin bins on stupid shit. And this ARP gon' buy it, came with cooling kit. Got a bitch up in the band, she gon' show me tits. Bitch, I'm on these feel like I could never quit. And we could never work, little boy, you hella quit. And my shooter catch a body like a fucking man. Walk up in this bitch like you know who I'm with. I'm with T, he said that I'm the one. Bitch want fuck, she want have some fun. Bitch, I'm in the trap with hella guns. You tryna buy my flow, boy, you my son. I just put my dick on her tongue. All up on my dick, boy, use a bum. In my fucking palm, itching for the funds. And I switch gon' hit some shit, but you can't run. I do Percocet, but I don't sit, bitch. Say you gon' do something, you ain't on shit, bitch. I get to these bitch, take out my fit, bitch. Big Glock, make that little kid.
If we talking hoes, and I got a few though. What's in my bank, hella blue though. I keep explaining about shit that they knew though.
Yo,
this shit don't ever be true though. Just took a trip out to Pluto. Yes, I get bored to take trips out to Pluto. What be your number one rule though? Make sure a bitch don't get the one up. I heard this shit lit in the city, so I'm riding around with my gun up. It's gonna be a cold day, them niggas get me. I hope they invested they luck up. I don't like the rest of my ops, but I keep a stone cold stunner. It's about a new play, I'm out the way. Okay. coaching this shit getting sticky. Somebody new bitch, she think she staying. But no, she ain't kicking in with me. She on some cruise shit, this be a sticker. I know she thinks she be a goodie. We taking new hoes here for the mix up. I only came here for the boogie.
How's the music? Is the music too loud? The music too quiet? I think the music's a little, that's probably quiet enough. I don't know if my mic's loud enough. I, knocked it down. So, I had to move it around a little bit. And chat's taking a long time to load. Oh, Pedro's doing a decent job censoring itself. What do you think? Oh, I broke my, did I break that? Stream Deck? Yeah, well, okay. Okay, oh, there we go. Now it should be working, right? You can... Hey, guys. Good morning, noon. Good morning, afternoon, and evening. We have a treat today. I don't know if you saw it. I saw it. This is what triggered the whole thing. I was just hanging around in Forge Slack, and somebody posted this video. So, like, I was watching this video.
I'm Boris. I'm an engineer.
I'm Kat. I'm a product manager.
We love seeing what people build with Claude, especially with coding. And
Let's turn that up.
Coding for everyone. We built some tools, one of which we're sharing today. We're launching Claude Code as a research preview.
So, I was like, what is this?
Claude Code is an agentic coding tool that lets you work with Claude directly in your terminal.
Okay,
we're going to
no,
show you an
sorry.
example of it in action.
So we have a project.
First thing first. Let's talk about first thing. First thing first. I went on a rant last week. Oh. How do I have... I don't know. Can I just find my own? Okay, I'm really interested on how this even works. Well, we'll find it on LinkedIn then. Pedro, have you heard of Java? You're being a stinkpot. No, it's more I have to show you the TikTok comments. So, like...
This baby was just born in space 100 kilometers above sea level. So what country would it be a citizen of? The first thing we need to figure out is which country...
That's my thing? Okay. So, I posted this video on TikTok, this one. I just from last week's stream. ChatGPT 4.0. About how I was like, oh, look, Copilot can't do code reviews. And I don't get views on TikTok. I get maybe like 2.5, 3 views on TikTok. And so this video got a ton of views. But what it really got was freaking comments. It's like, what the F? And everyone's like, Copilot sucks. Claude is better. You should try using a real mode instead of one for peasants. You should do prompt engineering. Someone told me to be a senior engineer. I'm like, okay. Claude is better. Cursor with Claude Sonnet is better. See? Accept your career changing and do nothing better than adapt. Anyway, I thought these were none. I took nothing to heart. I thought this was all hilarious. Claude Sonnet is the only model. And so I'm like, okay, good to know. People are as opinionated on TikTok as they are on Twitter. And so then, the next day after I posted this, I saw this video. So, we'll go back to the video, right? So they're introducing Claude Sonnet.
Here. It's a Next.js app. Let's open it up.
A Next.js app.
In an instance of Claude Code. Now that we've done this, Claude Code has access to all of the files in this repository. We don't know much about this codebase. It looks like an app for chatting with a customer support agent. Let's get Claude to help explain this codebase
Rug
to
is
us.
trying to cause a mutiny.
Claude starts by reading the higher level files, and then it dives in deeper. Now it's going through all the components
So
of the
what's
project.
interesting about this is the fact that it's terminal based. I've never seen somebody try to make
Cool.
a text
Here's its
editor
final
in
analysis.
a TUI. Right, I'm used to Vim and Emacs, but those are just text editors. This is like a
say I
freaking
was asked to
TUI.
replace this left sidebar with a chat history, and I'm also going to add a new chat button. I'm going to ask Claude to help me out here. We haven't specified any
And so yeah,
files or paths.
essentially what you do is you just provide
And
it
Claude's
prompts,
already
and then
finding
it
the
edits
right
the
files to
code
update
for
by
you.
itself. Claude
What
can also
the
show its thinking,
heck?
and we can see how it's decided to tackle this problem.
There is no like code interface here, really. It's like you can type in bash.
Claude's asking me if I want to accept these changes. I'll say yeah. Now Claude's
not,
updating
and
the
so I'm
nav
like,
bar,
okay.
adding a button and icons as well.
So I figured, well, why not get it since we're in the
Next,
midst of
it's updating the logic to
being
ensure
AI.
the saving state works correctly.
It looks like the AI Advantage already
After a
reviewed
bit,
Claude code.
Claude completes the task.
You see, look at
Here's
these
a
people
summary of what
reviewing
it's
Claude
done.
code.
Let's take a look at the app. So we're
yeah,
seeing a new chat button.
I went and
and
submitted.
new
They're
chat
like,
history section on
oh
the left.
no, we
Let's
don't
check if
have
I
any
can
more
start a new
seats
chat
available. You have to
while
be on the
keeping
wait list. So I'm
previous
like,
one
okay,
saved.
whatever. Wait list, blah 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 blah.
I'll try out the
We
new
all
chat
know
button
wait lists
too.
aren't real, and so that they were going to
Great, it's all working.
give it
Now
to me
let's
anyway.
ask Claude to add some tests to make sure that the features we just added work. Claude's
Yeah,
asking for
add some
permission
tests.
to run commands. We'll say yes. Claude is making some changes to run these tests.
Look, it's like it looks like Vim. But it's
After
not.
getting the results, it continues
Like
with
the
its plan
codes
until
with the
all
lines
tests
and
pass.
Isn't this crazy?
After a few minutes, it looks like we're good to go.
So I figured, why not do a little bit of meta programming
Now
and
I'm
use
going to
AI
ask
to build
Claude
AI?
to compile the app
I've
and see if
decided
we get any build errors.
That the next
Let's see what it
feature
finds.
we're going to give Pedro is 100% a
Claude
code
identified
interface.
the build
And I'm
errors
going to make
and
it
is now
even
fixing
better. We're
them.
going to integrate it with the GitHub API
Then it tries to build again.
so that Pedro can
It'll keep going until
do
it
pull
works.
requests, PR reviews on itself, and Pedro can make suggestions
Now
to
let's
code
finish
via
everything
PR
out by
reviews.
asking Claude to commit its changes
Yes,
and push them
Kara,
to GitHub.
yes.
Claude creates a summary
We're
and a
just
description
like,
of our
I've
changes.
decided Pedro's next thing is tackling code, so I figured, why not see how Anthropic did it?
And
know?
it'll push the changes to GitHub. That's it. That's an example of what Claude Code can do. We can't wait for people to start building with it.
So yeah, basically I was like, sweet, let's do this. So we're just going to be messing with Claude Code today. If you remember my last PR with Pedro, so I'm just to remind you where we left off. I am doing some slogging, or just logs. They're called S logs, so I'm calling it slogging. And we're just going to add some logs to the standard library. That's how we're going to, not to the standard library, some logs to Pedro. I've been doing print statements, been doing it rows. It's a pretty minor refactor. I figured it'd be safe for Claude. So I've downloaded it. What I want to do is I want to just, so this is literally how they say to use Claude. They said cd into your directory where the code is. This is like so TwitchBot, and then they just open Claude. So I want to have the Vim capabilities on this side, so I just run Claude. And now I'm here. Like, I'm in Claude. So now I want to do, like, this is what I want to do in the main file. I want to replace print statements with well, actually, let's just do this. Let's make it more generic. Let's add a custom logger using the slog package from the Go standard library. right? What's really cool is if I do the exclamation point, I can just do bash. So it isn't like I've completely removed the terminal. That's all I've done. The only thing I did was I was like, okay, before this, the only thing I have done with Claude Code is I downloaded it, I ran it once, and I said, okay, let's do exclamation point get status to make sure I'm on the right branch. That's all I've done. And so it's like, so now the task, that's interesting. Whoa, okay. Okay, so I can't use the Vim bindings. I have to use a mouse. So we have a new file, logging.logger. We add a type log level, which is a string. Okay, I mean, yeah. We add log level debug, log level info, log level, that's fine. We add a logger struct. We create a new logger, and it returns a logger with a slog logger. I don't know. I mean, it looks fine. Why on earth would we have this? Like, that looks weird. That seems weird to me. Also, log level should be an argument that we provide. We don't need that. Okay, continue. Switch level debug, and then we set it. Oh gosh, that means we'd have to set a new logger for every level. That seems erroneous. Default logger, return logger, standard out, no line at the end of the file. So now the question is, should we do yes, don't ask again, and no, tell Claude to do something differently? No, let's do it. Let's create it. And now it's writing it. And so I think it's going to actually add it to... Oh, it made a logging package. Did I already have a logging package? No, I didn't have a log... Wait. Logging logger should only have the things that they just created, right? Okay. So I don't think I had this before. So they created a package and logging. Slog.new text handler. Why? What is it using output for? Oh, output right here. So slog.new text handler. Oh, so I could just log to a file if I wanted to? I will probably want to do that. Oh my gosh. My company did this today. And sorry. And it's like stupid. Oh gosh. Okay, so can I do Copilot login or whatever stupid garbage thing? So they revoked my one and said, hey, you got to use this other one now. No, stop. And so, and it's just a license thing because of security and something or another. I thought I could do Copilot. I thought you would do Copilot. Yeah, enable auth. Okay. Copilot enable. I am not intending to do a head-to-head with Copilot and Claude today, by the way. I was just like... Okay, so we have a new logger. I do want to add a to-do here. Replace with a log file. I do want a log file, and we'll need to figure out how to, like, refresh it. I just figure I probably won't have the session open that stuff is in forever. So maybe log file or a mode debugging, right? And debugging would go to the standard out. This is what I wanted to look at. Okay, so slog does do that. Creates a new text handler that writes to W given an option. The option is nil, defaults are used. But yeah, shouldn't we? I think the other thing is it's weird to me. Is I find doing this, but I feel like the log level should be set when it logs. Like, this is weird. Like, to me, I would have a logger for each log level. And I don't think that's standard. Not that I'm the best at loggers, but I'll run with it for now. Okay. Whoa, now what did it say to do? I missed that. Okay. Let's update the main.go file to use your custom logger. Oh. F yes. This is just an import statement. Is that all it's going to do is add the import statement? Yeah, you can add an import statement. The compiler is going to say, why are you using it? Not using Oh, let's go back and turn that music on. It sounded so quiet. I don't see a problem with having Pedro write itself. As long as Pedro can't merge the pull requests. We have a log.print line, and so now we have a logger.info.
Girl, this time you got the right one. When you're down, you gotta fight for it.
Oh my gosh. I probably just blew your ears off. Sorry. Thanks, Kara. Yeah, so I should have a logger.info we shut down. I don't understand, though. Where did we set up the new logger? Oh my goodness, there's a lot of code. Okay, so we said log level string. We set up log level info. Okay, we're getting that as a flag. That's not the end of the world. That's weird, though. Why would a flag set the log level? Like, that's not a... Initialize logger. Create log level to standard out. I do like this. I like the string and then the arguments. Those are good. Error. Log print. Logger error. Info. This is fine. That's an info log. Shut down. We do need to pass the logger there, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's... Like, so far, yes, I think that's what... Oh, it's musing now. Claude is musing. Okay, yes, I do want to do that. Now it's ruminating. I wonder if those are hard-coded. We do need to add a logger. Basically, every struct... Now it's baking. This is not fun. It is much funner to solve this problem myself. This is really boring. The question is, will it run? Now it's stewing. In main.go, it does need to add a logger now. Now it's gone to the Twitch package, so I think it's going nesting through everything. So I can go over here and show you. So let's do tree. So we started here, right? We started with the main file, and now we're going through the Docker file. We went through Docker, and now we're going through Twitch. Twitch connections, adding logging. Yes, that should go there. The only one that doesn't need a log would be the printf. No, that one, the authenticating's fine. Oh, I should have looked harder. There's one where I print a URL for auth. That should stay a printf. And I'm really interested to see if it handles that well. Yeah, no, you should pass the logger in there. Okay. Oh, no, so it thinks it's done. Okay. The custom logger has been added to the code base. Summary of what we did. We created a new logging package, which they did. Added log level configuration with debug, warn, info, and errors. Added context and structured field support enhancing logging capabilities. Updated main.go. Updated Discord and Twitch packages. It did not update any of the LangChain packages. Added command line flag for log level configuration. I don't like that. Hi, baby. So I'm a little bit concerned about the adding of the command line flag. We're probably gonna kill that because that doesn't make any sense to me. So let's do a sanity check. Did I not commit those to my other one? Oh, dang it. I think I called it 1Password. Git stash. Well, I want to... Okay, so this one is git add Discord. Git add gomod. Well, we'll leave the gomod for a minute. Git add main.go. Git add main.go. Git add Twitch. Git add logging. Now let's check out 1Password. Git stash. Oh, well, we can actually, let's do git commit. Build Claude. Code adds logger. I was redoing my secret manager yesterday, and I clearly didn't finish. I mean, didn't commit, and I don't want to deal with that. We'll just pump this up. And then use my watch. You can't see. Wait for my watch to tell me I can do it. Or just use 1Password for SSH because that's what weird people do. what do we call this branch? Mariah slogging. Stash pop. Commit. Yeah. Did it not commit the last stuff I did? I guess it didn't. I guess there was a slogging logger. Did I have that here? Nope, I didn't. I didn't have a slogging logger, so that's new. Okay, now let's do a Go build. Let's go over to Discord. Because I got a little ahead of myself over here. Where did I do that? Here it is. So it was not here. It used to be auth token. OS get env Discord. It was Discord secret. I'm just gonna pull it from Git. A Java. You're on a Java kick today, Rug. What did you do? Okay. Just that it's banned from Pedro. Pedro can't talk about Java. It runs on the JVM. I think that's what's wrong with Java. I agree. Just needs a little coffee. Maybe that's it. Maybe just need a little coffee. What happened to Prime and TJ and Dax, and then they all had that like coffee.sh thing where you could order coffee from the terminal? Whatever happened with that? Oh, it builds. Okay, the slogger builds. What happens if I remove this? Okay, so this is just me. Maybe not. No, I don't have any logs there. Maybe it's just me. I don't think we need this. Why did the Java class go to therapy? Because it was feeling a little object-oriented and had some method acting issues. That doesn't make any sense. So I don't think this doesn't make any sense to me. So, like, it should just be a slog new handler either way. Did you just take your Go dad joke and try to make it suitable for Java? Yeah, Pedro did. Go doc. Okay, I want to understand a little bit more about these options. Oh yeah, I can't do that. I was like trying to use Vim again. So Yes, Pedro has its own context in chat history. Not all of chat history. But Pedro knows. Yes, Pedro knows what Pedro itself said, and it has a total history of 10 messages. Set default. Logger. Yeah, like this. Is more of what, like, okay. Both text handler and JSON handler can be configured with handler options. Oh, I'm really tempted to do a JSON handler. Why did the Java developer break up with his girlfriend? Because he wanted to add more libraries to his life? WTF? Oh. Setting the handler options level field, the level value fixes the handler's minimum level throughout its lifetime. Setting the level bar allows it to be varied dynamically. The level bar holds a level, and it's safe to read and write for multiple Go routines. To vary the level dynamically through the entire program, visualize its global level bar. I see what it was doing. It was trying to use... The Claude did a really good job. I'm impressed. Copilot wouldn't have done that well. Oh, and we're going to switch to a JSON handler. That's me. And then we should have Claude. Oh, should I just have Claude redo it instead of me doing it? I'm going to first. I don't think I need handler options. But I am going to change it to do exactly... I'm going to go nil, and I'm going to change it to be a JSON handler. Because I don't think I need that. I think I should do it somewhere else. Is it JSON like this? Okay. Too many arguments. Oh yeah, because I think the log level stuff is dumb. Okay. Sweet. So now... I'm gonna actually get rid of this too. Because I don't think I need that. Oh, I see. I see everything now. We're not gonna, I'm doing this. So clearly I don't like the design of this. It's not that it did it wrong. I think it did a really good job. Debug mode. And this would be false always. And so basically we're saying I don't remember what this was, but it was something like that. So if debug mode, we do that. Else, no, we're just gonna logger equals logging dot default. Pretty much. And I think that's fine. And then everything should only print info or error. Okay, I think that's what I want. It's clearly not going to work the way I expect it to, because that's never how anything works. Oh, okay. We're going to change it. No, it was right. It was right the first time. I get it now. And the default is not going to be info. The default is going to be error. Okay. So basically what it actually did was it said only print this stuff. Gotcha. But we don't need a default now. Which I don't have, right? I got rid of the default. Sweet. With context, adds context values to a logger. And with fields, adds fields to a struct. Okay. And this was originally a text handler? Okay. Oh no, how about, okay. I've changed everything back now, right? Cool. Now we're gonna change it. Please change the, logger text handler to a JSON handler. That was intentionally vague because I would have said in the logging package if I wanted to be clear. Did you see that said error because I edited something? Wow. I can't believe that. It won't let me edit things. That sucks. Editing things, software engineers editing things, not an error. Okay, let's see if it added the logger. Okay, so it did do that. Okay. So it did say one of the prerequisites for using this is ripgrep. So it's using ripgrep essentially to pull things, process your code, and run it. Isn't that crazy? So we have one here that we need to replace. We have one here in Discord commands. They did a good job of not editing this. We can do that. Those are fine. That's interesting. So we just need to do... okay, I'm going to have it add the logger to the Discord commands.go. Yes, import it. I'm really impressed. This is absolutely terrifying. Delogger error. Yes. Delogger debug. Yes. It adding debug stuff? And it added help. Okay, let's see. It hasn't added help to the client yet. If we want to add a debug for the help command, that'll need to be added to the client so it can access the logger. That's currently not what it's doing. You know, people are swearing by cursor. I like this, but it's not in the terminal. Let me just tell you, as soon as you put something in the terminal, I'm like, yeah, I'll use it. I like this. Can't use it for work. Apparently, I can only use the license they gave me, which is Copilot. But it's in the terminal, and that's fabulous, because we need to be less scared of the terminal. Print error is replaced with the logger. They added a line. Username. Info. That's interesting that they added that. It's like a verbose mode. Debug inserted into the database. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. I don't think that's all of commands.go, right? Commands.go's got like 300 lines. So it's got some more to do. No changes to make. The old string and the new string are exactly the same. In case you were wondering. Okay, what do we got here? Edit file. We've got another error log. We've got another username. Oh, this is... This is incredibly boring. You want to know my hot take? AI takes the fun out of coding. The end. I don't know what else. This is just incredibly boring. It is way more fun to build something, watch it break, fix it, watch it break, fix it, watch it break. Like, I would learn so much more. I mean, this is a great refactor. I think this is an ideal thing for it to do, where I'm like, oh, I need to clean up my code. I was using print lines, and now I want to use a logger, make it better. Ideal thing for AI to do. It's very boilerplatey. This is incredibly boring. Maybe it's because it's boilerplate, but I don't know. I think it's boring. What do we got here? AI coding is boring. You said Perdo, not Pedro, so Pedro doesn't know you're talking to him. Pedro doesn't know how to handle mistypes. I should change it so that it, instead of looking for the word Pedro, it just looks for the letters P-E-R-D-O. So you could just say any word that has those in there. So it'd be something like talking about how dogs run every day. That has in the park. How the letters. Or Dopper. Exactly. Roped. It's exactly what we should do. More user stuff. What? Game Gen ID. You have a bot that just reorganizes letters? All this stuff isn't new. I had this stuff. So we removed response. Now we have response with a game ID. What are we using that game ID for? Where is that game ID being used? Channel ID is being used. There's a channel ID. Why would you allocate that extra memory? Like, this is just memory allocation for things that, like, it's not using the game ID and logs. Regex. I see. Why would it return? I see. Yeah, we don't need a new one because we already have the game ID. That was catching a bug. Wait. When did we add 20 questions to the database? We didn't add it to the... Did we? When did we add 20 questions to the database? That would mean I could do more than one thing at once. It's code... Did that say cogitating? Cogitating? Okay, let's do a go build again. Discord commands is what? What do you mean it's not being used? It isn't being used. It imported something that doesn't need to be imported because we're not doing the setup here. It's all in D. That's good. That's a good catch. So it followed the pattern of doing an import that we didn't use. So it's 100% doing pattern based. How do I run that, Rug? I can't just run. I don't know how to do regex. Like, I avoid regex intentionally. I'm like, how long can I live in my life without learning how to do regex? And that's what I do. Oh, Pedro, that is wrong. Well, I wanted to test it to see. Clearly, I didn't know because I don't know regex. I don't like this. I feel like all this logger info made it so much harder to read. Oh, I see. So it just said, okay, replace the E, the D, and the R in there. There are methods on strings in Go, and that's what I use. Like, so I'll use strings got contains. I'll act on strings, which is using regex under the hood, but I don't have to learn it. And that's how I've gotten away with it forever. Some people just learn regex because then they don't have to learn the syntax and the language all the way around. And I'm like, you know, they make AI bots if I need regex. Yeah, this is good, but this is too many. There are too many logs. Don't look at your current code base. Does your current code base have a lot of regex? Well, I mean, I think regex is super powerful. I just don't want to care. Okay, I'm going to keep this for now, even though I think it's disgusting. We need to add it. Nope, it doesn't look like we need to add logging. Well, actually, let's add logging to the Discord, to the AI. Can please add the logger to the oh my goodness. That is the longest explanation, RugMatBot. The AI package. Now it's mulling. And this is a Node app, remember. This is a Node app calling Claude, essentially. That's what it's doing. And while it's calling, it's saying mulling. This is exactly what I want Pedro to do in Discord. It just say different words. So I bet that's what they do. They just have a list of words or a dictionary of words somewhere that they're like, pull this over and make it look cool. So that's what we need to add to Pedro. So right now, is Discord not down here? I'm just going to steal stuff from other people's AIs, I guess. So when you ask Pedro something, right, you do ask Pedro, do you think writing a Node app that is, well actually we don't know it's a Node app. Writing a terminal UI to interface with an LLM would be hard. And Pedro always says processing your question. Now, wouldn't it be cool if I did exactly what they did? And I was like, I used that thing and I just had a dictionary of words. And I always picked one at random. And then I put like the spinny emote after it. That would be cool, huh? That'd be a good feature. That'd be like a nice little couple-hour hack. Only because I don't know how to do emotes. That's why. There's a custom way to do emotes. It would not take that long otherwise, because it's just like, change word. Now it's coalescing. Yep, you would need to add it to the struct. Logging logger. Now it's puttering. Here's the thing, though. Is if I were quick at typing and better at Vim, I would be faster than this. I don't think I even need to be better at Vim. I think my typing speed is what makes me slower. I think a quick typing software engineer would be faster than Claude for a refactor like this. Adding logger to the thing. Okay, so now we are keeping this, adding logger to setup. If logger equals nil, use default logger. That's how they intended to use that. I thought I got rid of logging.default. Didn't I get rid of logging.default? I don't want that to be an option. Oh, this is actually really cool. I like that as a debug line. I'm not upset with the debugs. Well, some of the debugs are superfluous. Because I would just rather do metrics. So yeah, I'm probably gonna I think what I'm gonna do. Yeah, Rugmat, you're a regex mastermind. That's just Pedro. Oh look, Terminal UI with an LLM, not too hard, but a fun challenge. You need to design a simple CLI that can handle user input and send it to the LLM for process. And then, we could make a Pedro TUI. That's how we should do the coding with Pedro. We'll recreate Claude AI as Pedro. Pedro code. Man, I need to build my Kubernetes cluster to get some freaking compute for this. Where's like, wouldn't that be cool if we had if you could have a UI and you pointed it where you wanted to? I'd say, okay, great. Claude was great, but instead of doing that, you can self-host a model or pick one. Because I really like the fact that it's in the freaking UI. Like, if there was one thing about this Claude thing that I said is the best, absolutely the best, it's the fact that it's in the UI. I don't like that I can't use Vim bindings to navigate, but that's an easy fix. That's an easy fix. Now it's hatching. Let's ask Pedro. Pedro, how would I use charm.sh to make a TUI that would call an open AI API endpoint? Because that's what Pedro is right now. Wait, did you make a new one? Info, processing single message, username, message ID. We have usernames for anonymity. But I don't see the value of all of these logs when I just can go look at the freaking database. If I wasn't storing everything in the database, it'd be a different story, right? In the N20 questions game, that's actually probably fine. Here's the thing. What if I only want to print info and error? Oh, I'm not using Warren. I guess it's fine. Discord chat AI setup. Now it's affecting. I'm adding the logger to the setup. So this, we already did the Twitch one? We don't have 20 questions working in Twitch, do we? You're still a... Oh my gosh, Rugmat. Like, what kind of loop are we in where Pedro has to keep responding to you? Like, what is this loop from hell that you're experiencing? Adding logger to the thing. Yeah, we have our own LLM for each one. Yeah, Pedro replays major messages about Pedro. Yes. Well, what do you mean? Yes, every message that contains the message about Pedro gets sent to Pedro to process. Like, so just, yes. So now Pedro has 5 chats in the queue. Yes. It doesn't respond to the last one. And I only think it handles 4 at the same time. So, yes. That is the loop from hell I am referring to. So essentially, I can get DDoSed by people just writing Pedro in chat. Hasn't happened yet because I don't have enough chatters. But theoretically I could get DDoSed. Oh, oops. That was static electricity, children. Static electricity went from my lips to the mic, went through the mic cord to the receiver, went from the receiver to the HDMI cable and said, oops, and broke the camera feed. So welcome to Utah, where we just have insane static electricity that kills a camera feed. Pedro, NSFW, dude. NSFW, Pedro. Ooh. Pedro. That is a trigger word. Seriously. What the heck is this? Pedro's a moderator, so I can't do anything to him. I'm gonna have to put it in a section of banned words now. I should be able to delete the message. How do I do that? How do I do that? Stop it. Yeah, I could pin it. Oh, there's a mod mode? I am in mod mode, am I not? If I hover over the message... No, it just has the pin and the other one. What did I do? I don't want to clear chat. Oh, I have a lot of review requests. Oh, do I have to show mod icons? Is that this? There it is! No, not that one. Where's Pedro? Sorry, I did the wrong... Or was that the right one? Okay. Whew! What did I want to do? I wanted to delete Pedro's trigger words. Seriously, Pedro. You can't say stuff like that. Oh, Pedro. Okay. B-logger. This didn't do anything. Yes. Seriously, this thing's gonna... It's making coding not fun. Initializing 20 questions. Street updated. It's fine. Now it's processing. Does the closed caption, it says the music lyrics, right? Because I have the sound and the music going to the same input stream on OBS. Starting 20 questions. Yeah, I thought I said yes to this. Look at that. The regex must compile. What's with the C in the test strings? Oh, just for testing? It wrote a test for you? Rug Matt, I think Pedro's in love with you. Even though it used a dog picture. Isn't Max so beautiful? Add the logger in main.go. You just said Pedro like 15 times in a row, and now Pedro doesn't know what to do. Should we just get AI talking to each other? No. Why can't it say no and tell Claude to do it differently? I want to keep error level as the default. Now it's smooshing. Okay, so now it's done. It's done a good job. I don't know if we have any logs in the database file. Should we add logs to the database files? I think... Oh, and Twitch. So we need to add it to the database files and the Twitch handlers. Right? No, do we have it on? We don't have it in that Twitch handle message. To add the... Okay, not you. Add the logger to the database. Even AI is confused by regex. It's like how AI is confused by counting. I believe you. I can't tell if it's wrong. But apparently Rug Matt bot is does as poorly as Pedro at trying to figure out regex. Oh, no. We should be using our custom logger that we set up in the main file to log in the database package And I guess it doesn't have as much context as I thought. I thought since it was inferring from the previous logger that it would continue using that logger, but it didn't. It just used log. That's interesting. That's an interesting thing to learn, is that Claude Code clearly does not have a context window for the entire session. Now it's actioning. Oh, I see. I forget that you can do that with regex with the repeat stuff. I forget. I acknowledge. Yes. What do I want for dinner today? Teach the question. Hello, Lulu. Yeah, but doesn't that seem redundant to do the check after? IRC logger. Hey, baby. Yeah, we don't want to persist Nightbot messages. Lulu, what's wrong? Oh, you've been barking. I can smell it on your breath. Her breath stinks more the more it's open. I don't like logging chat usernames because of YouTube, so I think I will change those. Well, I mean, I'll have Claude change them because we're going to have a PR entirely with Claude stuff, right? It wouldn't be an AI stream if I made changes, even though I already tried to. I deleted them, right? I deleted all the changes I made. What's wrong, Lulu? Hi. Oh my gosh, you're being so adorable. But you're not being adorable for the camera. So the people on the stream don't know that you're just the cutest dog. Yeah, that's fine. I really only like info stuff at setup. And obviously shutdown. Other than that, I really don't want a whole lot of info logs. I'd prefer metrics, like for debugging especially. No, I don't want to use log. I don't want to use the log package. Only the custom logger we built. We, as if I did anything. No, we shouldn't. Don't import log. Use github.com/ it's still called Twitch LLM bot, huh? Logger. Oh, now it's shucking. I thought you could only shuck corn. Oh, look, they figured it out. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't want... Good, you figured out that I didn't want log. Logger debug, logger error, logger debug. I feel like I'm just doing PR reviews. And that's why this is boring. How, though, this is a question. How would you have an engineer experienced enough to do PR reviews if they didn't know how to build code? So, like, it just proliferates the problem of the experience gap that's creeping up. AI is 100% going to contribute to a huge experience gap. There's no way. It's because the number of juniors we're hiring has decreased so much. I think that's everything. And now we just use AI to do most of what juniors do. So, like, and the only people that can check AI are people who've made mistakes, so very experienced people. And so we're just not going to have people gain experience because we're only going to be using AI. So I really think we're shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit using AI to build all this stuff. Like, this is cool. But this would have been a great task to give a junior engineer, an entry-level person, say, hey, you're in charge of logging, refactor all of this code to use the log package and build code. Like, that's not changing production, core production code. It's kind of like ephemeral stuff. And they can ship stuff to production and feel good. Like, this is exactly the kind of stuff you want to give interns and junior engineers, and AI just does it, and it's a little hand-holdy, but it is a beta. But still, I'm sure with some refinement, it could have done the whole thing without me having to write the prompt 15 times, and that's, I think, great for Mariah. I think it's a sad thing for the industry as a whole, because it's making the experience gap so much higher. And that's 100% the problem there is with the industry of physics right now. So I was planning for a long time to be a physicist. I started grad school. I was planning to spend 7 years doing a PhD, and then I didn't want to spend 7 years only making $20,000 a year. I would rather make, I don't know, 7 times 20 is $140,000 a year. So I can make that over 7 years, or I can make that as 1 year as a software engineer. Like, it's not hard math. But the problem with getting a PhD in physics is once you have a PhD, you still do not have enough knowledge. The gap between a PhD graduated physicist and a person working in the industry is still 10 years of specialization that they do with 1 to 2 postdocs, and then a temporary installment before you would get something like a senior research position at a private lab or a senior or a tenured professor. So there's still an additional 10 to 15 years before you've reached that subject matter expert level after you've graduated with a PhD. And, like, that's the problem with physics, is it's like we have all of these super experienced people, and it takes you literally your entire career to get to the point where you have that experience to make a difference. And we're starting to do that same thing here, where it's like, okay, great, we have all of these experienced people. We've removed anything that's entry level, right? There's like what's entry level physics? It's engineering, and there's an entire degree for that, right? So we've removed everything that's entry level. There's no entry level because AI does that. And so now how do we get that? Like, we're only going to be able to hire PhDs or more, and it's not sustainable. That's why people can't study physics, why there's no money in physics unless you're doing quantum computing or nuclear reactors. You have to pivot. You have to pivot from what you studied if you want to make money as a physicist. See, sometimes even with a PhD. But I wanted to write that as a blog post, but I gave it as a rant on Twitch instead. Oh well. You guys, the 5 of you are privy now to a set of information that you never thought you would be. Now let's have it remove all references to the user from the logs. I don't want to log anything that could be potentially linked to a user. I know, if only we stored users in the database. Don't do that yet. Can you remove any username references from the logs that we are publishing? Now it's puttering. We've already done puttering. Do you think it's cyclical, or do you think that these are random? Can you hear my dogs barking? Okay, so we have that's fine. I'm gonna tell him no, we can keep the word Nightbot. We can keep the word Nightbot. All other references to a user from the logs. If I said all of the references from the user, could you imagine? I'm like, hey, let's delete all the users from the database. Ideating. And if you're not writing the code, there's no way you'd learn it. I know this. Copying answers from the back of the book does not make you learn anything any faster. Anybody who's studied math knows that. It just helps you check your work. It doesn't help you learn. And if they have solutions where they go step by step, now that's dangerous. I have found many a solution book for physics. Don't log actual response contact for protection to protect privacy. Yeah. Yeah, we are pretending like we care about privacy. Also, it's in the database. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know. She came to report. She says, Mama, I protected the house. Good girl. Good job. No, I'm working. Don't we have a message ID? Oh. Yeah. So this is now a valueless debugger thing. I just don't think there's enough steps. I think that that's too much logging. Moseying. I forgot that Go's redoing the maths package. I was writing a blog post about how AI with Go is not something you should do, and I was about to go, right as I'm building Pedro, AI and Go, writing a blog post that says don't do AI with Go. It's kind of hilarious. And part of it's because the math package is bad, and I knew they were making edits to it, but I thought they were just making edits to like the random functionality because they were moving that over to crypto. But some of the statistical analysis might be improved. If I like changing the user ID to message ID. I think that's a great change. This feels like I'm doing git commit-p or git add-p, where you like go through like 3 lines at a time and be like, yes, I did want to add this change. No, I didn't want to add this change. There's so much human in the loop here. And yeah, that's the other thing too. The one thing I really wish this had is the ability to go edit the code. So it's like, oh, you don't want this? Write it and change it the way you want. Kind of like how you do merge commits, merge conflicts. That I think, because it's a PR review essentially. Like, I don't want to just interact with text. I want to write code. I guess, yeah, that's my real problem. Is I don't want to interact with text. I want to write code. Did I kiss the mic again? Did the camera go out again? There's a lot of static. I could have. Yeah, then I definitely did. This should just be Oh, I missed that. The best you can do with RE2 is 719 characters. I don't get that. For finding Pedro spellings. Oh, nice. Debug username. Yep. Whoa. What's going on here? Do you reading these? Let's look for more instances of username. Pedro, you have no context of what's going on with that. Okay, so where are we? Okay, no. Yes, here. So it said, let's look for more instances of username, searching dlogger user. So it's basically saying, in dlogger, look for anything that references user, like, you know, right? Because they're using a wildcard. Warn user, logger info. So they're just doing, are they just doing regex searches and then saying, write me code to refactor this? Is that all they're doing? Is that all RAG is regex with a prompt? I think we've discovered it. RAG, use case. Regex, find what you want, copy line, say, rewrite for me. I think that's a great RAG use case. For if you needed to rewrite RAG with Go, which... Yep. Looks like you found another use case there, Claude. Sorry, I don't mean to yawn. Searching for patterns. String to replace not found in Discord commands. Let's check the exact stump Pedro function. Look at stump Pedro specifically. Client stump Pedro include found one file. Let me check a bit more files. Let's fix all the references in stump Pedro. Yes, I want to remove the username. Yes! No more text to SQL. Now it's just text to regex. Yes, text to regex. That's what this is. We've discovered the secret of Claude code. Claude code is text to regex. Thank you, Kara, for figuring that one out for us. Forging. Did they? Oh, when they say update, they get rid of the commands? That's sad. I want to take a screenshot of the forging and send it to Clint. Discord commands. Looks like we're going line by line in Stump Pedro. Username for 20 questions. So I'm saying we're going line by line. Because like these are all in the 20 questions, which is the Stump Pedro function command. Now it's schlepping. Oh, I don't know. Pedro, what does schlepping mean? That is the question. What does schlepping mean? Your bot's way faster than mine. Moving especially slowly, tediously, awkwardly, or carelessly. Good to know. Pedro. 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 You just... Oh, because you did define? What do you mean, schlepping? Yes. AI fail. Let's try again. Can you define the word schlepping? That was an AI fail. Claude's been doing great. Claude used the word schlepping, so now we just have to figure out if Pedro can. I love how I talk about Pedro as if Pedro was a model I created, which is... No, Pedro is the app that sits on top of somebody else's model. But Pedro is sentient, either way. And everybody that knows me asks... I get frequent questions, how's Pedro doing? So, good call with that define with dictionary definition. You know, Pedro might just repeat the rug mat bot that you said was the dictionary. Schlepping is a colloquialism that refers to carrying or moving something with difficulty, often in a clumsy or burdensome way, which is exactly what you said, Rug. It's like when you're trying to lug a heavy backpack up a flight of stairs and you're grunting all the way. In software dev, it might mean wrestling with a particularly finicky API or stubborn bug. I wanted to screenshot this because I think it's a good example of why prompts matter. Yes, prompt engineering. Well, I mean, I did this thing yesterday. So I was messaging my boss, and we were just having a thread. He was in a meeting, and we were talking about upcoming work. And he said something, and I just, like, my response was tickets. And then by tickets, I meant, do you know we don't have tickets, and would you like me to create some? But I only wrote tickets. And he didn't infer it. So clearly I have to prompt engineer humans as well as prompt engineering bots. So I think it is just called speaking English that we need to learn how to do correctly. I really like that it said, Rugmat, schlepping's not a word. I think you meant sleeping. Yeah. Oh, you missed. Oh, you did. You did slepping instead of schlepping. I didn't read that. I thought you just typed it twice. Question number, response? Oh, we're removing responses, I guess, because responses could contain usernames. Are you trying to stump me? It's a trick question. If you're digging through my digital shelves, I found it. Schlepping, verb. Carry or drag something, often a clumsy or labored way. That's literally your definition. The one from the Discord Pedro doesn't have Twitch chat context, so it was original instead of copy-paste. Removed user. This one's doing a much better job of going through all the files. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is I think... Okay, this is going to be weird. I want to remove logger.info calls that are not at startup or shutdown. Please remove logger.info calls that are not at set up or shut down. So it's looking in all Go files. That's good to know. That's one. That is one. Processing Pedro's command. The problem with these is the process is like... It feels like there are a lot of stump Pedro commands. Are they smart enough to know that I only want to log? Oh, interesting. That's considered startup if it's at the beginning of a function? Then we should post this on Twitter and have Twitter do the PR reviews. So AI writes the code, Twitter bots review it. What is the definition of Java? I'm not allowed to talk about Java. It's a forbidden word in this chat. Woo! This is perfect. Look at all of these new lines. Oh, errors are fine. Manila. Oh, that's the Philippines. It's Java. Can't believe this former Geography B champion just messed that one up. That would be me, by the way. It just replaced info with debug. Oh! Why is it? Well, I'll just... It's doing what I want. I just don't know how to rewrite this. I don't know how to rewrite the prompt to not do this. No, that's it. Shut down. No. The logger call in the end 20 questions. Game can stay info level. Did you see what it was saying at the bottom, that there was context low, only 36% remaining? Does that mean I've been talking to it for too long? So there is a code base size limitation, obviously. Context low, 36% remaining. Run dash compact to compact context. So I have too much history. Update installed, restart to play. Jakarta is the capital of it. No. Jakarta is the capital. Well, then what's Java the capital of? I thought it was... I know, I gotta defrag my context hard drive. %35 remaining. It's okay. This is the last thing we're gonna do before we put up the PR and let Twitter review it. Oh, look, we spent $5 on the Anthropic session. Hey, Steel Toad. Rugmat's been trolling me all stream about Java. I don't want to spend more than $5. Also, how are they going to bill me? Did I already? I don't know. Did I give them money? Anyway, that's it. That's all we're going to do. We can't do anymore because it's not free. It's Sumatra. Sumatra? Yes. Oh, Anthropic just emailed me. Ready? So here we go. So we've been doing Claude code all stream, right? Access to your Anthropic API has been disabled because your Soy Pete's individual organization is out of usage credits. To ensure uninterrupted service, we recommend enabling reload of your organization. When enabled, we will automatically add credits to your balance reaches a specified minimum. So we got 2 hours of coding done. 2 hours of coding done on $5. Now, that is much cheaper than a software engineer. I don't think this would have taken me 2 hours. Oh, that's Apple's stupid camera. Whenever I do things with my hands, it's like, oh, let's make it happy. Anyway, so that's my honest review of Claude. Claude Code is 2 hours, costs $5, and it was not fun. I did not enjoy those 2 hours. I would have much rather been doing that 2 hours of refactoring myself. Oh, why are you hiding outside my window? It's behind the green screen, so you can't see me. Thanks for the lurk, though. Now that we have built this, let's go ahead. Look at this. It doesn't build. That's because it's logger, right? Does it say it's imported and not used? Then we don't. Oh. Yeah, of course that happens. Okay, so... Okay, Mariah, how much... The only editing I've done so far is removing imports. Okay, let's make this a useful PR message. So, because I'm straight up serious about letting people review it. So, Claude Sonnet 3.7 refactors my code, refactors code to use a logger. That's what this PR is doing. So in the description, let's edit it. Being done. Clean up the logging to use a standardized logger versus print statements. We want to use the slog package from the standard library to create our logger. And then review. This PR was written entirely by Claude Code. Where was... It was right here, right? No. It was right here. Please review for readability, accuracy, and usefulness. still doesn't build. Okay, wait, let's do go build. Okay. I don't add imports. I just use Go imports. I should use AI to write on my test, though. That was the example they gave, right? Okay. Jay Holloway! No, so all that Claude Code does, so I can't use it anymore. I ran out of credits. All Claude Code does is, like, you give it a prompt and then it creates things for you. So, like, for example, right here, I gave it the prompt. Oh, no, I can't even use Vim bindings. It's not happy. So I said, where were my prompts? This one was a long one, though. So here's the prompt. My prompt is, please remove logger.info calls. That's all I can give it. I can only give it prompts. And so it says, okay, I'll remove logger.info calls. So it searches, and then it makes edits, and then I approve them. And then it searches and makes edits, and I approve them. And it searches and makes edits, and I approve them. And then it searches and searches and searches and searches and searches and makes edits, and I approve them. And that's all it is. It's just like literally, so I'm just doing PR reviews, essentially, in this thing. And then when it's done, it's like, this is what I did. Yeah, it used I used all 5 credits that they gave me for free, and I don't want to pay for more. So it's sad, but we got 2 hours worth of content from it. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Oh, the tests fail. That's fabulous. Okay, I'm going to post this. I really want to post this on Twitter. I don't think anybody's going to... yeah, 5 credits is not necessarily fair. I think if I had registered myself as an organization instead of as an individual, they would have given me more credits. AR wrote this PR. Oh, sorry. That is exactly right, Rick Matt. I'm going to post it in Discord. There's a reviews channel. Then I'm going to throw it in Slack, too, just for kicks and giggles. So, yeah. That's good. That was fun. How do we... Oh, yeah. And then exit, you just exit. Now, Did you see that? It said that it cost me $5.40 to do everything we did today. Oh. It's gonna suck. But technically it was only $2.50 an hour. So, you know, it's not that bad. Does that mean that we're done and we should quit streaming? Because we're not doing that anymore? Probably. It probably does. Who is streaming right now so we should raid? Tests have to pass, though. Yeah, the tests have to pass before I merge it. I'm not gonna merge it for a while. I really want to, So Princess Zen is a former co-worker of mine. They're never streaming this late. I don't think Small Ant lets us raid, right? Okay, so why were those tests not passing? Oh yeah, I think it's because I changed the setup on some of the stuff. Oh, we got a nail pointed reference on AI Twitch test call. It was this one. Call LLM. We're getting a nail pointer to reference on call LLM. Oh, you want to know why? Because it's trying to run the logger. And we don't have a logger set up. Alright, so in call LLM on C, we don't have a logger set up. And we should do logger. No, it can just be the default logger. What button did I just push? The help button? There's a... What help? Sorry. Obviously. Undefined logging? Shift K. Might do it. No logging, not undefined. What do you mean? I'm about to use rip grep instead of telescope's live grep because yeah. Twitch LLM bot, that's why I spelled it wrong. Edit. AI. Twitch. Test. No, it's there. Nope, I did kill the default logger, right? Oh, it's just default? There we go, let's see if that works. I bet this is the same issue. Yep. There you go, Rug. Test pass. I should have made Claude fix their tests. But I didn't. Because I am nice. Jitter Ted! Oh. Without paying $5? Yes. And I probably... And speed matters too. It's a whole thing. I just like I cannot believe how much it costs for 2 hours. I don't know. It cost me Copilot costs like $10 a month as opposed to that usage. That's insane to me. Anyway, I have some stuff cooking. I will be, as soon as my tax return comes in, we're building a K8s cluster, and Pedro will be running on K8s. So, Jay Holloway, I am going to build that. I am going to build Pedro code, and we will self-host it. Those things are cooking. It will be done. See you next time, guys. Did the raid work? Sometimes the raid doesn't work. Oh, it did work. Sweet.
You just did raid a Java stream, one of the few Java streams around. So we discarded the predict. We're reconstituting again. I'm going to do this. You've caught me at one of the rare times when I'm actually running through the debugger. So that's the reconstitute.